Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna talk a bit more about the stat scan video I did, and I'm gonna be explaining how to actually set up the data correctly. I'm gonna be making a little example Google Doc here that I'll put in the description as well. But we're just gonna go over it so you know what to do, how to use the data that you scan. So make sure you keep watching for the little explanation. Alright guys, so as you saw from the last video, this is what your Excel sheet will look like after you scan the stats. And what we are gonna need, at least for now, is just gonna be the ID and the name of the players that you want to scan. So if I just go back to my empty sheet here, I'm just gonna copy paste that in real quick. This is your main thing that you need, the players that you want to track and the IDs that they have, because the ID is going to be linked to the actual data that you will use. As you can see here, I also have a number here, but that's for something else which I won't go into right now, so I'm just gonna hide this one. But yeah, so this is the most important thing: governor ID, governor name. You can also do power if you want. It could be nice to have for the requirements that I have here. So you can actually calculate some requirements of the power, which I'll just add it into this because why not have it anyway. There you go, power. So this is the things that you will need. Basically the basics, and then after that we can actually start doing some stats that you want to calculate. So let's say we have a zone 5 fight. So we will do zone 5 pre-fight. Pre-fight. Actually, we don't even need to do pre-fight here. We can just do zone 5 T4 kills gained. You can just put it like this. And if you even just, if you want to put it even shorter, you just do zone 5 T4. This is all you will need. Put a little bit in the middle there. Oops. There you go. So how are you gonna calculate the actual T4 kills, right? That's what you want to know. Now I have made a couple of sheets here. You can add more the more data you get, but this is how you want to structure it. You just call them data 1, data 2, or you can maybe name them by date. That could be nice as well. That's up to each person. But what you want to do in these data ones is you just want to paste everything in there, everything from your scan. So let me just put this into data 2 actually. Gonna take a little bit to copy over. There you go. And let me grab the other data real quick. 1 second. Alright guys, I got the other data set here. You might get it like this when you first open up your Excel file. What you want to do real quick is select all the rows, hold Control and double click on one of these edges, just so it spreads out, so you can actually have the normal numbers showing. And then I paste this one in data 1. There you go. Gonna take a second as well. And now all we need to do is compare these two sheets. As you can see, I've got T4 kills right here. Compare these two sheets inside the main file. So the way I do that over here is I use the VLOOKUP command, which actually I'm just gonna copy paste over here real quick. It's gonna be completely wrong, of course. VLOOKUP is gonna be B1 actually, because it's gonna be looking at it's gonna be A2, my bad. It's gonna be A2 because it's gonna be looking at the ID of this player. It's gonna be in the data 2 file. It's gonna be looking in the data 2 file. I think row 6 is correct. That's counting from A, B, C, D, E, F. I think it's in the F1. Minus VLOOKUP. So it's gonna be doing the minus the number that's coming out of the data 1 sheet. Data 1, also 6. So it should show this person gained Valentin here, gained apparently a bunch of kills, but this might be the wrong the wrong row actually. Okay, it's T1 kills. He gained a bunch of T1 kills. If I want to actually do T4 kills, which is gonna be 0 anyway, but that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 9. So if we change this to number 9, say with this one, it's gonna show 0, right? So that is how you can extract the data basically from these two sheets within your main file. It's kind of easy. You just make sure it's looking at the correct ID, and then you're basically set. The only issues you're gonna have, if you have people that are like, let's say you're scanning top 600, if they were just under here during the fight, or like before the fighting, before you do the scan, and you scan them after the fighting and they are in the top 600, you're not gonna have any like base stats to compare them on. So basically you're not counting their stats. So make sure if you want to scan like the top 600, scan like the top 650, just to be sure you capture those people that are like at the end of it, so you don't have any, you know, you're not missing any people. But we can do this for basically any stat. We can do this for let's say we call this one zone 5 deads. You can just, honestly, you can copy paste this command over. You're gonna have the same data sets here, same data folders, and that would be like what? That would be number 5. So we do 5, 5, done. Okay, Valentin gained 36k deads during zone 5, for example. So it's very easy to do that. You can make, you know, other sheets here. If you just add another sheet, call it, just to be, you know, keep the continuity going, call it data 3, you know. If you have the next zone fight, paste your data in here, copy paste this formula, and then change the actual folder or the actual sheet that it's pointing to. So you would change this one to data 3, and maybe this one to data 4, or the other way around. So it should be pretty easy. And let me see, I can also show you guys real quick how to make requirements, but I need to set something up for that. So I'll show you in a second. Okay guys, I made a real quick requirements tab down here, and what I did here, this command, you can just keep this command in it when I share this file with you guys. This basically just counts all the unique, or it shows all the unique IDs, players, and the power that they have. So this should be basically everybody in here. Now, if you want to do a requirement, you know, you're gonna talk to council, how you want to set it up. That's all up to you guys. But the way I did it is just power based. It's very easy. You can see it in this file as well. Honestly, like, there could not be an easier way. All we do is we divide this by 100, which makes it 1%, the outcome of this. Also, by the way, it might be good to actually put the cell on number, so it shows as a number. There you go. Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, this is 1% of this Valentin's power. And let's say you want to see how many deaths they should take. Okay, let's say everybody should lose 0.5% of their power in terms of troops. So then we do times 0.5. Okay, Valentin should lose 82k troops. If you want to do it that way, you know, you can also just do it in a raw power, but it's probably the best for me. So we do that's kills. You just do the same thing, you know, just copy this over. Honestly, you don't need to do anything else. And maybe, you know, 10% of his power should be in kills, because why not? It's not bad. 1.6 million kills. You can just do it like this. It's very easy, and you can just drag. If you hold control, double click on this little circle, it drags it down all the way to the bottom. Same with this one. So that's pretty easy to actually set a requirement. Now you can have a score. As you can see, it's all scattered over here. We have T4 kills 1 point. A dead is, I think, 4 points. That's what we have over here. We just select the deads and the kills, times them times 4 or 1 here, and there you go, you got your score. This is pretty easy. I can actually also put this in here. Actually, I think I can just probably just copy paste this. What is this, D2, E2? Yeah, honestly, just copy paste it over. Score. Let me also actually just select all this. There you go. So instead of having to get a certain amount of deaths or a certain amount of kills, you can put a score in. They should get that amount of score, and that's about it. Oh, looks like Google Doc is dying at the moment. That really is. No. Alright, let me refresh. Alright, we're back. You can have a score. Same with this. Current score, you can grab that from the main file if you want to put it in. If that's something you want to put in, you just multiply the total deaths and kills times the score that you want to put in. So if you decide T5 kill is 10 points, let's just grab this number, for example, times 10. There you go. That's the score. Easy as that. He's got a bunch of points apparently already, so he's probably beat his requirement. But it's very easy to do that, and all you need to do here is you do VLOOKUP again. Here we do A2. Nah, actually, I gotta check over a little bit. Let me just copy paste this real quick. I don't know these commands out of my head either anymore. Very sorry, guys. We just grab main. What was it? Row 5? Row 6. It's row 6. Just change that real quick. Row 6. Final score. There you go. It shows the final score of the player now. It shows the scores that they should get. Or you can just purely go off kills, and that's also, you know, a possibility. That's totally up to you guys. However you want to do that. And then if I'm checking my old one real quick, I also have a percentage here, but then again, you don't really need that. And the green color here, you can do that all by yourself. It's conditional. Actually, I don't know the name for that. Conditional makeover or something. Not 100% sure. And this just basically shows if your score is higher than your requirement. Is green. Oh, that just leaves. If your score is 25% or under 25% of your requirement score, it's red. If it's over 75, between like 75 and 100, it's light green. If it's 50 and 75, it's yellow, and so on. You can just add this yourself. It's not hard, to be honest. But I think that is all you need to actually, you know, successfully run your data. It's not going to be fancy or anything. You know, you're going to have the Google Doc, but at the end, it's going to be for free. You do have to put in a little bit of time to copy paste all the data over, but it should be fairly automatic if you have set up all these commands correctly. So I will share this file with you guys. I'll put it in the description. You can just copy it over, change all the names. You don't have to change anything in the requirements field because this will take the main file over automatically. But you do have to put in your own IDs and names, of course, and power. And that's about it, guys. Yeah, I hope it's helpful. Let me know what you think. If you need to know anything more, just let me know. I'll make another video about it. And for the rest, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace out.